How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Michael Balco Show. Today, I am very excited to announce my guest. He's a professional quarterback who's playing in Mexico currently. He is a content creator with over 150,000 subscribers on YouTube and 133,000 on TikTok. And he's a country music singer slash songwriter. You guys may know him as Adventure Athlete. But my man, Clark Haslett, how we doing today?
Good, Michael. Appreciate you for having me on, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you getting back to me so quickly. But first and foremost, as a fellow Washington State guy, we got to represent your hometown of Linden, Washington, to tell us about Linden, Washington, and what makes it so special.
Yeah. So I grew up in Linden High School, is where I graduated from, and it's a small farm town, big community, big football community, and it was kind of like Friday Night Lights, the series. Growing up, they shut down the towns on Friday nights, and everybody came out to the games, and we had girls in the stands wearing everybody's jersey. Always got to have big love for my hometown.
For sure. So you had a successful high school football career. You helped Linden reach the Class 2A championship game. Kind of what was your recruiting process like out of high school, and how did you end up at Linfield University?
Yeah, I actually have a pretty interesting recruiting story. I originally was playing at Squalicum High School for 3 years, where I started, and then I transferred to Linden High School for my senior year. And during that senior year, I ended up not starting at quarterback. I got the chance to play, as well as a variety of other different positions due to injuries. And all my Division One potential scholarships and walk-on opportunities kind of diminished after the coaches didn't get the chance to really see my film from my junior to my senior year. And the time came where I had to really kind of start looking at, do I really want to go to school for an education, or do I want to bet on myself and, go take a preferred walk-on position somewhere? And I ended up deciding to go to Linfield College at the time, now university. They were ranked third in the nation for Division III. I wanted to win a championship, as well as my little sister committed. My parents got the chance to come down all 4 years at Linfield and watch me play and watch her play as well. So it was ended up kind of becoming a decision to want to stay close to home and really take advantage of the awesome education that Linfield has to offer. And I wouldn't change anything in terms of how my story's played out so far. I didn't go Division One, which was my goal, my dream, which I failed at. And every Division III kid says, I should have gone D1. And to this day, I still think that's the case, but everything happens for a reason. And, I'm where I am today because of my journey so far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the good motivation to have, good mindset to have. So after college, you took your talents to France, where you played a season up there. I know you vlogged about it and all of that on your YouTube channel. So kind of what was that entire experience like?
You can still see me, right?
Yeah, I can see you.
You're a little laggy on your end, but I'm just gonna keep talking. All right, so I think we're good on your end. Okay, cool. Sorry, can you ask the question again? I got
Yeah.
the connection kind of glitched, and I didn't know if you lost me or not.
Yeah. Zoom for you guys listening. You gotta love Zoom. So after college, you took your talents to France, where you played a season up there. Kind of what was that whole experience like?
Oh man, it was a blast. One thing that I kind of put my efforts towards in college, after getting injured my junior year, was I knew I was going to be training to go play football overseas. So that was kind of my mindset as college kind of came to an end. And I got the phone call to go play in Tours, France for the Pioneers du Terrain just 2 days after my college football career ended. And I really didn't know what to expect. But once I got out to France, it's pretty cool. The sport of American football is really big out there. And the coolest thing is that the love of the game, and it's really football at its purest form out in Europe. I got the chance to meet all my teammates who love football just like us here in America. And, we got off to a great start to the season, 5-0, until the pandemic hit and things changed drastically. But big kudos to my head coach, Coach Abed. He's the one who brought me in. He spoke English and has an American football coaching background. He really made that transition easy for me, just being a small town boy going out to Europe and France specifically. They treated me really well, and the Pioneers de Touraine was a great organization to play for my first international season.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you vlogged about it. It was super, super entertaining to watch. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you got to go check that out. So now you're getting ready to play a season in Mexico. So after, you kind of had that year of just, preparing, gearing up, all of that kind of stuff, you're playing a season in Mexico. How did that opportunity come about? And then how has Mexico been treating you so far?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was supposed to be moving to Brazil in the beginning of January. And right now, football all over the world is kind of rocky. Some countries are playing, some are not. As of right now, Brazil's still going through a lot of just government issues, and they're still battling with the pandemic. So that kind of got put on pause. And one of my buddies, Casey Peters, he played professional arena football in America, and then came down to Mexico, played some pro arena down here, as well as played outdoor professional football in Mexico. He invited me down here to Mexico to come get the chance to live here and kind of immerse myself in the culture, as I do have a little bit of a Latino background, and I'd love to play here in Mexico in the future. And I've been living with him for the past couple of months. It's been super cool. He's kind of showed me his ways down here in Mexico, just kind of, me coming from I was living in Nashville before I came to Mexico. So I was kind of in that country boy vibe. And now I'm kind of a Caribbean cowboy now is what they call me. So it's been really cool getting the chance to, again, see how big American football is down here in Mexico. And the coolest thing is that they've got some real talent down here. When I think about the world as a whole and the sport of American football, I definitely think Mexico's right behind the United States in terms of talent. It just kind of comes down to college and, starting young that, they kind of lack down here in Mexico. But overall, it's been great to be down here. Right now I'm on a flag football Tocho team. So I've been really getting the chance to get to know the locals and, just being a part of the American football culture down here in Mexico has been pretty cool so far.
I love playing flag football. I was in a league in Pennsylvania for a little bit. I played there for about 4 or 5 years, man. And flag
Dude,
football gets competitive, bro.
sure
Like,
does. I could play flag football the rest of my life, man.
it's great. It's great.
And what's crazy is down here in Mexico, they've got girls teams, like full on girls team rosters. And, back home in America, we don't have girls playing American football or flag football. So that's super cool to see. It's really got the whole community behind it. And here in Playa del Carmen, where I'm currently living right now, I've met a lot of great mentors and that are really big in the football community that have really opened some doors for some opportunities down here.
Yeah, that's dope for sure. So October 26, 2017, you uploaded your first ever YouTube video titled Life as a College Football Player on Game Day. What prompted you to start your channel? And then did you picture it getting into like the major channel it is today?
Wow, man. Yeah. What's interesting is that I was posting quite a bit of different styles of videos at the time that I actually took all down just because they're goofy videos. And it wasn't until I posted that one video that it kind of took off in the YouTube algorithm. And there's a saying that Gary Vee's mentioned before that you don't choose who your niche is, your niche chooses you. And it was when I made that video that I realized that, shoot, I should start making some more football videos if my audience that I was developing was starting to like it. And since then, my niche chose me, and now my channel is all pretty much predicated about what's it like being an American football player. And you said it was October or something of 2017, man.
Yeah, I know the date and you don't even know. No, I'm just kidding.
It's been a while. I know, right? It's crazy. So it's been really cool. I've kind of adopted the role of like big brother when it comes to what it's like playing college football. And even though I'm at the Division III level, getting the chance to work with my buddy Kirko from Texas and my boy Isaiah Taylor Stewart from USC, been able to really shine light on all different levels. And man, it's been a blessing so far. And I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, it's a lot of work too. There's a lot of pressure, and I got to keep bringing content that people are going to find value in. And I'm really starting to look forward to what the future is going to have in store, because my channel is going to evolve. And I see myself playing football, man, for at least another 15 more years. So it's going to be cool to kind of build the pathway for other kids to see opportunities to play ball and not just have to hang it up after college.
Yeah, for sure. Kirko's a really good friend of mine. I don't know if you noticed, but we follow each other on Instagram. He was actually one of my first ever podcasts. So
Oh yeah, Kirko's my boy.
yeah, Kirko's a really, really dope dude. But yeah, man, like there's so much to vlog about, especially as like a football YouTuber, because like what you used to do, and we're gonna kind of segue into like what your favorite video was. But some of my favorite videos was you like this past season when you were playing in France, when you were playing the dirtiest team. That was one of my favorites to see, because it was just like, you're mic'd up and everything. And just the intensity of that game was crazy. Obviously, when you collab with Kirko a couple times, those were some of my favorites. And then back whenever you would do like your pregame, like, who you listen to pregame, stuff like that. Those are like the coolest ones, like your drip meter, stuff like that. All those cool things, you just give it kind of like a dope, like a like a little dope spin that football players just enjoy, especially as myself. So what was your favorite video, some of your favorite videos to make, and why?
I definitely have to say it's tough to pick one video, but my game day vlogs definitely have to be my favorite videos. Just getting the chance to really practically be inside my football helmet and really see what the experience is like. And I've gotten so many comments and messages about how inspirational it is that kids really now want to pursue not only college football but Division III college football, and also wanting to have some more role in the college football world. A kid with a camera that played. So definitely and if I had to pick one video, I think I would have to say my favorite one that I've made is playing the dirtiest football team in France, because I think I really did a good job just kind of encapsulating all the emotions and really giving the audience the opportunity to live through that game. And man, I can't wait to get the chance to strap up again. And I'm going to be mic'd up some more. And I'm going to also have my little GoPro camera inside my helmet to really give that POV perspective that really has only been done in the NFL besides my channel. So, here in the future, I guarantee other people are going to start doing that too. But I think I'm looking forward to most just showing what it's like playing football in different countries. And again, just highlighting that American football is such a big growing sport, and kids are going to have opportunities to play once they're done playing college ball.
Yeah, for sure. So did you have to like kind of overcome the same obstacles that like Destroying had to overcome, like in terms of being a college football vlogger, or kind of what was like the deal there?
I actually didn't end up facing any real trouble with the NCAA. Because I'm a Division III backup quarterback, they kind of just threw me under the rug. I was apparently granted a waiver that I didn't even know I had. So to this day, no one really knows that I was profiting off my name, image, and likeness during this whole time. And as things progress, I'm going to get the chance to make a video on that. But the NCAA kind of just swept me under the rug. Like I was just some small little, D3 quarterback. And I think at the time when my videos and my YouTube channel started to really pop off, there was already talks about, college athletes being able to profit off their name, image, and likeness. So I did have to go through some hoops and meet with some compliance officers for the NCAA every now and then. But it wasn't until my coaching staff really had a problem with me making my videos after they started kind of getting bigger. And that was because every single recruit that would come in on a visit would already know so much about the school that the coaches really didn't have anything that they could show them that they didn't already know about. And they talk about me the whole time too. So the coaches kind of got tired of talking about me and, hearing that the kids already knew a lot about the school, which at the end of the day, it was just good PR for my school. And, um, I kind of reverse engineered my way to being the face of the program that I wasn't even starting at Linfield, which, again, shout out to Linfield and shout out to my coaches for letting me film a little bit. And I don't think they ever thought I'd get to the point where I'm at now. And man, it's great so far.
Yeah, it's been a ride, bro. It's a very entertaining one as well. So when did you start getting into country music, and then what prompted you to explore that avenue?
Yeah, so I got into country music. I've always gotten into country music, just being from Whatcom County. But my sister is the one who really, got me into country. Uh, I listened to it growing up, as a college football player, I was into hip hop and R&B and things like that. But I really started to fall in love with country music because of storytelling. My family, we'd go to Watershed, which is from Washington. You've probably heard of it, big country music festival. And like I said, my sister really got me, liking country more than hip hop and R&B back when I was a sophomore in college. And it wasn't until my senior year I picked up a guitar, and I knew my college football playing days were coming to an end, and I had a friend in college who was encouraged me to, you should try singing. So I ended up finding a voice coach and, being a quarterback and reminiscing on the good old days playing high school football, which I miss the most looking back now. And kind of ever since then, I kind of just did it for fun. The song turned out great, better than I had expected. And this little opportunity for me to now pursue a country music career while also playing college or now professional football is now presenting itself. And I'm a big believer in the universe and God. And now I'm kind of just following the path. And it's super cool seeing how much music, specifically singing and songwriting, and football have so much overlap. I met a buddy named Jay Burgess, who's one of my good friends and mentors who lives in Tennessee and was a former quarterback at Tulsa University. And I met him when I moved to Nashville, and he opened my eyes a lot about the opportunities of singing. And, now I'm writing songs and playing my guitar while I travel. And I actually got a song coming out in June, which is called Back in My Hometown, which is just all about being back in my hometown. And it's got a lot of football connotations in there too, which I think is cool. And, my audience really likes it. So I never tried to be a country artist. Again, I think, the notion of your niche chooses you. Country music kind of chose me. And, now I got my mullet. So I'm getting ready for that country lifestyle. And, definitely when my playing days come to an end, I'm hoping to hit the ground running with music. And it's Clark Country is already a name that's making some waves, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so
man.
far.
Yeah, it's good music too. Like I listen to it and you're just like, you typically when like YouTubers or like celebrities or personalities on the internet
Oh,
make like a song, it's not very good, bro. It's not very
and
good.
it's on SoundCloud and it's cringe. Yeah, yeah.
But it's good, bro. Like your music is good.
Appreciate it.
I really
Thanks.
enjoyed it. So, who is the best player you've ever played with and against?
The best player I've played with and against has to be Taylor Rapp. I grew up with him in Whatcom County. He's now playing for, I believe, the
The
same
Rams.
LA Rams. Yeah, he was my running back, and then we also played against each other in high school when he went to a different high school. Just an all-around athlete. Comes from a great family, and I'll tell you what, that kid worked hard every single day, and I couldn't be more happier for him to see where he's at right now and all his success at the University of Washington. And he hits hard too, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he looks like he hits hard. All right, we're about to enter our rapid fire segment. We're gonna ask you like 4 questions. We're gonna let these fans get to know you more. You don't have to answer them fast, but I'm just gonna ask them.
I'll try to go as fast as I can.
Would you rather swim in a pool of Nutella or maple syrup?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate swimming because I'm not the best at it, but I would prefer Nutella because it's thicker. So maybe I'd float at the top versus syrup.
Yeah, you could probably just like kind of loft yourself through Nutella.
I think I might just be stuck on top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. Who do you listen to pregame? Give me like your top maybe three R&B and then your three country that you listen to pregame.
Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna start with country. It's Riley Green. It's Luke Combs, Eric Church. Those would be my top three. Country. And when it comes to hip hop, I love Meek Mill. Um, I am classic Drake just because I grew up in the Drake era. And I have to say, man, it's been a while. I really am starting to like what's the guy who sings What's Poppin'?
Oh, Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow, yeah. I
Yeah,
really
me
like
too.
Jack Harlow's flow, man. He's cool.
Jack Harlow's got like that unique like rapping, but
Yes.
like he's got bars, but it's not like over the top. Like he's a lyrical genius, so it's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
That one song Tyler Hero that he put out, the ones that hate me the most look just like me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that shit
tell me what
slaps.
that means. Oh, I felt that, dude. I felt
Yeah, yeah, he's got some bars in his music for sure. Would you rather have a pause or rewind button in your life? So you could pause any moment in time and just, sit there and reflect in the moment, or would you rather rewind to be able to look back on previous moments?
I'd say pause button because I feel like getting the chance to document my life, I can have that rewind already and watch old videos, which is I think is one of the coolest things about vlogging. But now in the point of my life, I think a pause button to slow things down would be something that I would definitely go for.
Damn, that's a good answer. I wasn't even thinking like that. That's actually dope. All right. Okay, here's the last one. And because you're a singer-songwriter, you're also a quarterback. So this one's tricky. This one's tricky.
All right.
Would you rather throw an interception every quarter for the rest of your football career or have your voice crack at least once every performance?
I'd rather have my voice crack once every performance
Dang.
because I know the ladies in the crowd will laugh and they'll think I'm cute versus the feeling of throwing an interception has to be like one of the worst feelings in the world.
Yeah.
So I would definitely minimize that. And shoot, I'll tell you what, I haven't had my voice crack yet on stage, but I have fallen on stage. So I'd probably prefer that voice crack for sure, brother.
All
These are
right.
questions I never thought you'd be asking.
Facts, bro. I gotta keep you humble. I gotta keep you on edge. All right, that's all the rapid fire questions I got for you. So, what is some adversity you've had to overcome in your life at any point? Maybe it's your football career, maybe it's your actual life. And then how did you, kind of instill in your mind to overcome that adversity? Like what did you kind of do to help you overcome adversity?
Yeah, I think kind of one of the sayings that I live by now is that I've been kind of failing my way to success over time. I think about starting when I was just growing up. I had dyslexia, which is just like struggling with learning and reading and writing, and so I really struggled at writing, and that was something I'd overcome at a young age. And then, playing football, I was this big, unathletic, kind of lanky, clumsy kid. I had to develop my athleticism. And then, coming into high school, I started as a freshman at 14 years old. So I experienced a lot of failure that first season and kind of calcified me over time. And honestly, I think the sport of football is what's given me the most adversity. That's also prepared me the most for life. Then moving on to, my senior year in high school, not starting at quarterback, that kind of really wrecked my whole confidence and really forced me to kind of rebuild my own, mindset. And that's when I started to develop that drive and, resilient mindset. And then moving into college, not getting a chance to start, but, still playing a little bit. Again, just consistently facing those adversities through injuries, just not getting opportunities to get on the field has kind of really helped lead to where I am today. And, I mentioned the dyslexia at the very beginning. Now I'm a singer songwriter now. So it's kind of cool how everything kind of correlates from the start. And, to this day, I think the sport of football has really just helped prepare me the most for life. Because, in in those 4 quarters, you experience so many different emotions that you'll experience over time in life. And now I'm further prepared because of that. And especially at the quarterback position where I got to know what 10 guys are doing at one time. When it comes to music, and now I got a band and a crew, and there's a lot of different overlaps. But I think at the end of the day, failures is the best thing for me. And, I think for people too, to really, build that resilient mindset. And, not everyone's just got it right out of the bag. So adversity is a good thing too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely preach that adversity can be a very, very good thing because, it's crazy. Like something that's so sad or so traumatic in the moment can completely change your life for the better. I think everybody in life has gone through some adversity. It's just kind of having the mindset to overcome it, which is a lot of what this podcast is about, interviewing people who have a platform already just to share their story and help inspire, the youth and stuff like that. So what kind of advice can you give to the athletes out there, the young athletes, maybe even not athletes, just normal people just trying to get through life? What kind of advice do you think you could pass along to them?
I would say I'm going to break it into two, for athletes and then just in general. The most generalized piece of advice that I've been sharing a lot with people who ask for tips and advice is to, one, trust the process, and to, two, fall in love with the weight room. The weight room is built just like football. It's helped me so much for life that the weight room now up early at 5 a.m., which means I got to also make my bed early in the morning. So the weight room and then trusting the process are two things that, I wish I would have bought into more in college. And now I am where I am today because of those two things. And then in life, a phrase that I live by is don't chase love, money, or success. Chase becoming the best version of yourself. And then eventually those things will chase you. And that saying right there, it's a lot to unpack, but that's kind of where I'm at. That's why I'm where I am today, is because of that saying. And, most people would think I've got it made right now, but, I'm just like everybody else. We all have our struggles, and, just putting my head down, eyes up, and working hard is something that I'm doing right now. And I challenge everybody else to. And, at the end of the day, we're in hard times in theory, and more hard times are coming, but if people can buy into that.
Yeah, for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, Clark Haslett for you all. You guys may know him as Adventure Athlete. Got 150,000. That's so crazy to say, bro. 150,000 subscribers on YouTube, 133K on TikTok. He's playing professional football in Mexico. Thank you so much for hopping on the show today, my man. I can't wait to see your journey unfold. And thank you for just inspiring a bunch of people all across the world, my man.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Michael, for having me on. Love your work, brother.
Yes, sir.